Hey everyone, Data here, and welcome to another roster overview on NHL 25, as today we'll be going through EA's newest roster update for the trade deadline dated March 10th, 2025, and it is honestly one of their wildest rosters in quite a while, and that's saying something because we're used to the nonsense by now. Players who are top 5 in the league in blocked shots and in hits, and they have like 87 or lower in those categories for their attributes. It is ridiculous. So use the timestamps down below. We'll be going through all 32 teams in the NHL, looking at how EA has the overall setup. Keep in mind, as always, that overalls can always be explained away a little bit by player type. Like an 85 overall sniper is different than an 85 overall playmaker because those passing attributes, those shooting attributes, blah, blah, blah. But even looking past that, some of these are just crazy. So we'll go through all 32 NHL teams. I'll give my comments on them as we go through it, kind of like a roster review, which will then lead to me showing you my custom roster at the end of this video, which is available for you to download on PlayStation 5. So let's get started. The Anaheim Ducks, really not too much has changed with the Ducks since the first rosters back in like September, October, right? So Troy Terry, the highest overall player, 86. Not a lot of changes for the Ducks. I think the biggest one is probably Jackson Lacombe, which is nice to see him up at an 83 overall. I think this is fair for Lacombe because you kind of got to balance who the player has been in their career and what kind of season they are having. You can't always just say this is the roster as of today in the NHL and then it goes up 10 overalls, down 10 overalls. It's a bit of a mix of the report card of their career and their current form. So Jackson Lacombe at an 83 overall makes sense to me. That could definitely be something that goes higher in the near future. Carlson, 83, Gudis there. Trevor Zegras with the low lead potential. I believe he's had that potential for the majority of NHL 25, which makes sense. Low lead for him. Minchikov, medium elite. Scrolling all the way down. I'll scroll through all the way from the top to bottom of every team just so you can get a look in case there's a player that I'm not really mentioning, because I'm sure there is, as I want to try and get through all 32 teams in a reasonable amount of time. Gibson and Dostal, both 85 overall. I believe Dostal started the year, could it be 82, 83? So he has steadily grown over the course of the season, which is nice to see as they're both at 85 now. So there's Anaheim for you. Over to the Boston Bruins, of course, now with Marchand gone, with Carlo gone. Pastrnak at a 94 overall is their highest player. McAvoy 90, Lindholm 87. Newly acquired Casey Middlestat is an 85 overall, still with the low top 6 potential at 25 years of age. Zaka, Lindholm down at 84. Yoki Haru's there at an 80 overall. Still has the top 4 deep potential, though. This at low top 4 at 25 years of age. Matthew Poitras with the high top 9. Beecher, Piki. Zinov, also new acquisition with the medium top 9 potential. And all the way down to Mitchell at a 76. Then for the goaltending, a bit of a drop here for Jeremy Swayman at an 86 overall. This is where I find current form has too much of an impact. Yes, Jeremy Swayman's not having the best season, but if you go into a franchise mode and he's an 86 with medium league potential and he doesn't grow in year 1, then it's locked in when he's 26, he'll just stay in 86. He won't go higher, won't go lower. He'll just stay in 86. I don't think he's going to be in 86 the rest of his career. So Swayman 86, Korpisalo 82 for the two goaltenders in Boston. Those are the overalls here at the trade deadline update. Buffalo Sabres, definitely some changes for them. Rasmus Dahlin still their highest at 92 overall. Tage Thompson, 89. JJ Peterka, 86 overall. I find that's a little bit high for him. He has 4.5-star shooting, 89s on the accuracies, 89 and 88 for the shooting accuracies. I find that's quite high for JJ Peterka at this point. Byram, medium elite. Could it be that Owen Power was also high elite at one point? Maybe I'm wrong, but he's medium elite. Bowen Byram was definitely medium elite at one point. I'm not sure in NHL 25, but now currently with medium top 4. Josh Norris, new acquisition. He's an 85 overall. I think that he could be probably a little bit higher than that. 85 for him. Jason Zucker has been crazy this year, 85. Bernard Docker, a bit high at 82 probably. McLeod, 82. Benson, 82, medium elite. Clifton, Samuelson, Jack Quinn, 81, Krebs, 81, Greenway and his new extension in there at 81, and down the list for the Buffalo Sabres. Goaltenders, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 85, and James Reimer at an 81. So that's Buffalo for you. On to the Calgary Flames, Rasmus Anderson, 88, and then it really starts to drop off quite quickly. Uyghur, 87, so their top pair is looking fine, but their first line is going to be what? Kadri, Huberdeau, Coleman in a franchise mode, 86, 86, 84. I know there's been a lot of struggles in Calgary, but to say that their top 6 is comprised of two 86s, an 84, and then 3 83s, I don't know about that. So Frost, 83, still has medium league potential. Matt Coronado, nice growth for him over the course of the season, 83. Sharon Govich dropped to an 83. Yeah, makes sense. Zary, 82. Mantha, 82. Jake Bean, finally, the heavens have opened and someone at EA has finally heard me. Jake Bean, who is an 83 overall, with the high shot blocking, the high shooting accuracies, higher shooting accuracies than Mackenzie Weegar. Weegar has 80 and 80 on his shooting accuracies. Jake Bean has 82 and 83. Mackenzie Weegar can score 15, 20 goals a year, and Jake Bean has 1 or 2 goals, and he'll have the higher shooting accuracies, just because he has the almighty title of offensive defenseman, so EA must give him high shooting. It's ridiculous, but I'll try to stay off too many soapboxes in this one. And even Pospisil, he's only a 79. He's had a solid enough season to get him into the 80 category. Goaltending, nice respect to Dustin Wolf, up to an 86 overall. But you're gonna tell me Wolf is 86 and Swayman's 86? Maybe this season, sure, I get it. But with those potentials at their age, Wolf in a franchise mode will grow at the age of 23, and Swayman will be stuck in 86 forever. I don't mean to get on a big Swayman thing, but let's just say that's where I find current form comes a bit too much into play. So there you go for Calgary. Over to Carolina now without Mikko Rantanen in their lineup. They have Logan Stankoven down there at an 84, but let's start going through it. Aho 91, Slavin 89. Now here's something I just want to mention. I don't know how many mistakes EA makes, like just those little small details that you wouldn't catch unless you were really going through with a fine-tooth comb. When I do my salary cap compliant roster, which I just did in a previous video, I go through all those salaries, and there once in a while I'll catch one that EA got wrong, and this is one of them for no reason. Slavin is signed on to an 8-year extension in the real world at $6.395 million. If you want to be technical, it's like $395,996, something like that. So at worst, if you were to round him up to 6.4 for some reason, I'd say, okay, whatever. But why is he signed for 6.46 when his actual contract is 6.395? Like little mistakes like that, I'm sure there's a bunch that we don't notice, but I don't know. There you go. Yeah, I'd love to hear what their answer is to that. Sveshnikov 88, Jarvis 88, nice little Four Nations boost for him. Orlov 86, same for Ghost. Burns 85. Logan Stankoven 84 overall with immediately potential. Newest acquisition from the Dallas trade. There you go. Razlovic, great year at an 84. Stahl's been an 83 forever. Kakanyemi no longer low elite as he was in NHL 24. It's been a few roster updates now that he's been low top 6, so I think that's a bit more realistic. Taylor Hall 83. Don't worry about the potential for these older players like Taylor Hall. It just means that it's going to stay from regressing too much further. So 83 will stay at an 83. Not that he is elite or anything like that. That's not what the potentials mean at that age. And goaltending, Freddie Anderson 88 and Pyotr Kochetkov at an 85, both with the elite potentials. All right. On to the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, tough times in Chicago. But look at this roster. Is this roster not almost identical to like Calgary's? And I get it, Calgary's not had a great year, but they're almost in a playoff spot, and the Blackhawks are fighting to try and get first overall. So Connor Bedard, 87 overall with the medium franchise potential. There are his attributes if you're curious about that for Connor Bedard. First overall pick in 2023. Who does he have as line mates? Well, Teravainen 84, Donato 83. I wouldn't have said no to 84 on Ryan Donato. Really good year right now for him. Vlasic 83, nice respect to his name. Connor Murphy 83. Like Connor Murphy, one of the biggest shot blockers. I haven't looked yet. 87 shot blocking. One of the biggest shot blockers in the league, and he has the same shot blocking as like the average. That's what you see right here, the 87 shot blocking and 89 stick checking. That's like the cookie cutter random 83 overall defenseman attributes. They don't actually look at who's blocking shots and who can actually break up plays with their stick. 87, 89, stamp it. There you go. Bertuzzi, Brody, Dickinson, Foligno, all the way down there. Joe Veleno, new acquisition, 81 overall with a medium top 6. Frank Nazar, 80 overall, medium top 6. First round pick in 2022. Kurashev, Reichel, all the way down. Colton Dach. Colton Dach's been doing well in the ice time that he's been given in Chicago this season. And of course, there's Shea Weber. There he is. Goaltending in Chicago is now Soderblom, Brossoit, and Knight, all at 82 overall. Knight, in my roster, I put him up to 83, so that he's going to be the starter. I think that it's fair to have him in 82 as well. 82 is like Korpisalo or something. I could see Knight being a bit higher than that in the 83 category, but Brossoit and Soderblom also at 82 there in Chicago. All right, there are the Blackhawks for you. Colorado Avalanche, big changes made by them at the deadline, but still crazy things that make no sense to me in the rosters. So McKinnon 96, Makar 95, love that. Nate Chast 91, strong season, which has been getting even stronger in Colorado. Here are his attributes. Now the first-line right-wing replacement for Mikko Rantanen. Devontae's 89, Gerard 87. Nichushkin 86. I could see him in the 87 category, and that's where I put him in my custom roster. Nelson 85. Drouin 85. He's been medium elite since the day that he was drafted from Halifax, even when he had his worst season. So yes, now Drouin is having a great year. So fine, you want to call him elite? Again, remember, it's not what is his role, what is his status, it's what is his overall going to be maintained as. But I don't get how he could be 85 with elite, meaning he'll stay at 85, but then you have Lehkonen, who's also 85, and he gets top 9 potential, meaning like one bad year and he'll be back to 83 or 84. But Drouin will always stay 85. That's what really confuses me about these potentials for the older players, 26 and older. Anyways, Drouin 85, Landeskog also 85 now, and Lehkonen, years that he's been stuck at medium top 9, I updated him to medium top 6 in my roster. Same for Drouin, they're both top 6 with the potentials. Boy, Lindgren 84, Manson 84 as well. Colton 84, Charlie Coyle acquisition there, 83. Eric Johnson's back, 81. Keith Uranta, Drury with the low top 6. Wood, VC, and down the Tucker Pullman, 69 overall. Goaltending, Mackenzie Blackwood. He gets the Colorado treatment. We're going to see later on, Alex Georgiev in now San Jose is at an 80 overall. But when he was in Colorado, even when he was getting to his worst, he was still like around 82, 83. Last NHL 24, I believe he was 85, 86. Now he goes to San Jose. There's no requirement for them to say, okay, we got to make Colorado a good team. We can actually make Georgiev what he is, 80. So Blackwood, I'm not saying he's not an 86. He's been playing fantastic in Colorado. Don't get me wrong. But if he was playing those same numbers in San Jose, I very highly doubt that he would have been bumped to an 86. Again, soapbox moment. So Mackenzie Blackwood, 86 with his extension also, and Wedgwood at an 81 for the Avalanche. On to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Werenski, 90 overall. What a year from him right now. Marchenko, 88. Very well-deserved 88 from Kirill Marchenko with the 5-star shooting. Love to see that. Super underrated. Monahan, 86. Kent Johnson, solid year, 85 with a medium elite potential. Severson, Provorov, Chinnikov, Jenner, 84. Fantilli up to an 84 now. Good. Voronkov 84 as well, so solid top 6 right there for a Blue Jackets franchise mode. Dante Fabro's been loving life in Columbus, and he is now a well-deserved 82, as opposed to getting an 82 in Nashville when he was barely getting any minutes. So now it's a real 82. I could even see him at 83. Fisher, Cunnin, JVR, Corrali, Mathieu Olivier with his extension also plugged in now, 81 overall for him. Here are his attributes. He's been having a really good breakout season. Johnson, Harris, blah, 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 Denton Matejchuk, there you go. And goaltenders, it's Elvis Merzlikins at an 82 as their starter, backed up by Tarasov, who is a 79. Okay, on to the Dallas Stars now. Of course, the big one, Dallas Stars now with Mikko Rantanen on the team, 94 overall with his $8x12 million extension also kicking in. Also factored in, I should say, if you were to start a franchise mode. Look at those lovely attributes for him at a 94 overall. Miro Heiskanen, 91. Jason Robertson, 89. Matt Duchene, look at that. What a rise from the ashes. He was a buyout player. I believe EA had him as low as... am I crazy to say that he was an 83 at one point over the last couple of years, like NHL 23 or something? 88 overall, Matt Duchene. Look at that for him. Thomas Harley, 87. Like, Thomas Harley's an 87. Just wait for who else is an 87 of defensemen out there. Harley's an 87 overall. Just keep it in mind. Rupe Hintz, he should be higher. He's an 87. Granlund, 87 as well. Johnston, 86. I could see him higher. He's always been high top 6 potential. In my roster, I move him to medium elite. Tyler Seguin, 86. Lindell, 86. Marchment, 86. Maybe a little high on Marchment. Jamie Benn, 85. Dumba at an 82. It's probably a bit generous. Dadonov, Labushkin, also in the 82s. Bork, Steele, CC. Bichelle should probably be a little bit higher. He's been playing some solid NHL minutes at a 76 there. Goaltending, Ottinger, 92, backed up by DeSmith, who is an 83. So there are the Dallas Stars, one of the busier teams at the trade deadline. Detroit Red Wings now. Lucas Raymond, 89 overall with his medium elite potential at 22 years of age. Larkin also an 89. He's always been just at 89. I don't think he's ever been to 90. He's always been just that 89 range. Moritz Seider, 88. DeBrincat, 87. Showtime Patty Kane at an 86. Kopp now starts to drop off, 83. Edvinson, 83 with a medium elite potential. Comfort, Tarasenko, Rasmussen, Marco Casper, 81 medium elite. Smith, new acquisition for them. Soderblom, 78 medium top 9 for the 6'8" behemoth. And there you go, Albert Johansson. Goaltending, now they have Marachik, Talbot, and Lyon. So 86, 84, 83 from Talbot, Marachik, Lyon there from the top to the bottom. Yeah, I'm not sure why Detroit felt the need to get that third goalie when they had 2 NHL caliber, but there you go. Cam Talbot, I did bring him down to an 85, I believe, in my roster, by the way. Edmonton Oilers, now here we go. McDavid, 97, Draisaitl, 96. Let me just jump through these and get to Jake Wallman, who for some reason is an 87 overall. If I'm not mistaken, he started NHL 25 just a few months ago in San Jose as an 83 overall. So I get it. What a great season from Jake Wallman right now. But to jump 4 overall from 83 to 87, and you're going to tell me that Thomas Harley, you'll see soon, Brock Faber, and Jake Wallman, let's say, are all 87 overalls, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too drastic of a jump in my opinion. He deserves a boost, but not that high. So for example, Jake Wallman in my roster is an 85. I think he could even be an 84, but an 85 I think is fair because he has more of the offensive attributes that are boosting his overall. That's fine. But you're going to tell me that he has the 92 stick checking and the 88 shot blocking, but the other people have their stamp 87, 89? bit too crazy for me for Jake Wallman. So going back to the top, McDavid 97, Draisaitl 96, Bouchard 88, Ekholm, Hyman both 87 as well. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins only an 86. Okay. Nurse 85, Arvidsson 83, which makes sense. Not the greatest year from him, nor was it the greatest year so far from Jeff Skinner. Kulak, Trent Frederick acquisition, 82 overall for him from Boston with the 5-star physical. Yep. Henrique 81, Kapanen, Perry, Janmark, Stetcher. Podkolzin's been doing very well. I believe I bumped him up to an 80 if I'm not mistaken. John Klingberg now in Edmonton too. Here are his attributes as he was a mid-season acquisition signed from free agency. Max Jones also there. And goaltending, Stuart Skinner at an 84, backed up by Pickard at a 79. That's a drop-off for him too because I think he was an 86 at the start of the year. Florida Panthers now also a very busy team at the trade deadline. Barkov 95, Reinhart 93, Tkachuk 93. Woohoo! Brad Marchand still week to week in the real world, but here an 89 overall. Look at that face next to that logo. It just doesn't seem right. But Brad Marchand is still an 89 and still going to do great in the simulation, I think. He sims well already. So put him on a better team like Florida. Oh boy, I can't wait to see how that works. Forsling 87, same for Ekblad, and same for Seth Jones, who's also a new Florida Panther here with a 6x7 as Chicago's retaining salary. Verhaeghe 87, Bennett 86, Lundell 85, Evan Rodriguez 84, Lustranian 82. Down the list for all the Florida Panthers. Sturm at an 80. Samoskevich has been having a crazy season as well. Maybe more the second half, but still, 80 overall. I could see him a little bit higher. And that's it for Florida. Goaltending, Bobrovsky 88, backed up by Vanacek at an 81. Like, how is Vanacek an 81 and Georgiev an 80? I know neither of them were great in San Jose, but I think Georgiev, again, thinking about going a bit too heavy on current play. His current play has not been great, and the last few years haven't been amazing either. But to drop him from like 84, 85 to 80, and Vanacek still an 81, I don't know. Los Angeles now. Kopitar at 89 still. Doughty 88. Kempe 87. Kevin Fiala 86. He's been 86 for a long time. And here's another one that still doesn't change. I say it every time I go through a roster. Philippe Danault, for some reason with top 9 potential, just like Arturi Lehkonen, I always boost him back up to top 6. I do not understand it. Mikey Anderson 85. Quinton Byfield's been good. I'm still stuck at an 84. Okay. Moore 84, Brand Clark 84, a bit high for a guy who's been getting some healthy scratches out there. Gavrikov 83, same for Jordan Spence, Ferrier, Fogel, Kuzmenko's at an 82. Big drop off for him. Like Kuzmenko, I've said it a lot already. Yes, has not been having a great season, but if I'm not wrong, in NHL 24, I think he was like an 87 overall. So to drop from 87 to 82 that quickly, no, it dooms them in franchise mode. They'll never be able to get out of that slump. Edmondson, Turcotte, Jeannot. There you go. And goaltending in LA, Darcy Kemper 84, backed up by Riddick at an 80. There's Los Angeles. On to the Minnesota Wild for you now. Kirill Kaprizov 95 overall, Brodin 88, Boldy 88, and here's Brock Faber in 87. You're going to tell me that Brock Faber and Jake Wallman are the same overall? It can't be. That can't be. So there, 5-star defense as well for Faber. Spurgeon, same as Jared Spurgeon. You're telling me that Spurgeon, Faber, Wallman, and Harley are all the same? Bit too crazy. Marco Rossi, 87 overall. Big boost for him over the last year. Love to see this from Marco Rossi, who's having a great season in Minnesota. 87 with medium league potential at 23 years of age. Zuccarello, 87. Eriksson Ek still stuck at an 86. It's because he's a two-way forward, but look at how strong the attributes are in general. Just overall, there's no one area of his game that could pinpoint as like being super weak. He's like 4-star plus and everything. So Eriksson Ek is a victim of the overall system, but he's a very good player attribute-wise. Middleton, 85, one of the league leaders in shot blocking. He'll get 88. Ooh, 87 to 88. Ooh. Freddie Gaudreau, 83. Nyquist, Brazeau, new acquisitions for them, 83 and 82 respectively. And down the list for the Wild we go there. Goaltending, Philip Gustafsson, 88. Feels a little bit high. Great season, but that's a high jump very quick. Gustafsson at an 88 at the moment in this new roster update. And Marc-Andre Fleury, future Hall of Famer, at an 84, backing him up. All right. On to les Canadiens de Montréal. Nick Suzuki, 89. Look at this. 89 overall for the captain. He's been tearing it up since the Four Nations break. And it's nice to see him at an 89 overall. And there are his attributes as well, if you're curious about that. Cole Caulfield, 88. Matheson, 87. Lane Hudson, 86. Don't get me wrong, huge Lane Hudson fan right here. I love me some Lane Hudson. But 88 defensive awareness? I don't know about that. That's pure vanity. The offensive and defensive awarenesses are just a way for EA to create overalls. Bring down the defensive awareness by like 2 and it'd be an 84 and 85. So it's not really he's an 86. It's some arbitrary defensive awareness number, which means nothing in the simulation, which is holding him there. Okay? Gouli 86, Slavkovsky and Laine both 85. Jake Evans, nice respect to see him at an 84. It wasn't long ago that he was in the high 70s, so 84 from Jake Evans. Doc, 83. He's been 83 for a long time, understandably, with all the injuries. Gallagher, Savard. David Savard, another one of the league leaders in shot blocking. Ooh, 89. What's it going to take to get someone 90-plus in shot blocking? Carrier, Anderson, Armia, Newhook, Dvorak. There we go. Emil Heinemann, medium top 6 potential. I'd like to see that. Owen Beck, also medium top 6. Goalies, Samuel Montembeault, 84, 84. Dobesh with the 79. And Carey Price, of course, in the system at a 70. All right. On to the Nashville Predators. Roman Josi, 93 overall. Philip Forsberg, 89. You see, if you're really going to take current season report cards into account, then Stamkos and Marchessault should probably be even a little bit lower, even Brady Shea. But I'm okay with these. These I like. I'm just saying, where's the consistency? So Stamkos 87, Marchessault 87, Brady Shea 86 for a tough year in Nashville, Ryan O'Reilly 85, and then it drops off from there. Sissons 82, Evangelista 82, Michael Bunting, new acquisition from the Penguins 82, Lauzon, Jérémy Lauzon, Justin Barron, Verana picked up off waivers 80 overall, Michael McCarron, Sveshkov, medium top 6 potential, Zachary Lheureux, definitely likes to throw the body. He had discipline, yeah, 65 makes sense, and the 88 aggressiveness and everything, yep. Bellows, England, and goaltending, Jussi Saros, 90 overall. That's, again, where they're taking the past into account, and backed up by Annunen at an 80. All right, so high overalls for the higher players in Nashville, makes sense. The New Jersey Devils have Jack Hughes at a 94 overall, Jesper Bratt at a 92. This is surprising. Like, it's really hard to get into that 90-plus category. You see it with like Dylan Larkin stuck at an 89 for years. But Jesper Bratt, he's in there, 92 overall. Well done to him. Nico Hischier at an 89, Dougie Hamilton 89 as well, Timo Meier 87, Siegenthaler at an 87. Love to see that. And even him, 89 shot blocking. It's hard to get him higher than that. We're yet to see anybody with 90-plus shot blocking. But wait, I know there's one. Watch, you're going to love the Canadian bias. Watch, we're going to get there soon. So Siegenthaler, Pesci, they're both 87s, same as Jake Wallman, of course. Luke Hughes, 85. I believe he was an 86 at the start of the year. If that was just some cover athlete bias, but it's a bit more realistic at 85, a bit. Dylan, 85, Nason, 84. Cotter, Mercer, Haula, Kovacevic with his new extension. 7th deep potential, but signed on to a $4 million deal. So you're telling me one bad year from Kovacevic in Sim, he's going to go back to an 80 overall and have an untradeable $4 million deal? Come on now. Nemec, 82 with medium league potential. Palat, Tatar, Glass, Sprong, Chalowski. And goaltending, Markstrom at an 89, that's quite high. And Markstrom backing him up at an 83. There's New Jersey for you. New York Islanders, Noah Dobson, 88 overall. Barzal, 87. Same for Horvat, Pulick, and Pellick. All 87s with elite potential, whether or not they might still be growing. Anders Lee, 85. Saiplikov, 84. Good growth from him. He was 81 at the start of the year, I think. 84 for Saiplikov. Palmieri, 84. Duclair, also 83 with Romanov, Pajot, Holmstrom. Nice boost to Holmstrom as well, who's having a good year. Adam Boqvist, 81. See, he's been on waivers and everything. He's been bounced around a little bit the last couple seasons, but he'll still be an 81 because of the almighty offensive defenseman. He'll have the 83 shooting accuracy, while Mackenzie Weegar's at 80. The almighty offensive defenseman must have the high shooting to keep the overall up. Cizikas, Mayfield, all 81s as well. Tony DeAngelo, I forgot that he was with the Islanders, 80 overall. Engvall, Riley, McLean. See, McLean, this guy's a full-time NHLer. He's a 75 overall. It's a bit crazy. Goaltending, Sorokin, 90. Varlamov, 82. Varlamov should be a little higher than that. Skarek and Hogberg, why are they in the NHL team? 77 and 74 there. Why are they not in Bridgeport? But okay. New York Rangers, tough year for the Rangers, but Panarin's at a 95. Fox, 92. JT Miller, the new acquisition from Vancouver, 91 overall for him. Vinny Trocheck and Mika Zibanejad, both 87. So this is what I'm talking about for body checking. Like, Zibanejad barely hits. He gets maybe, like, what? Is it like, am I wrong to say he gets 50 or 60 max hits per season? And he'll have 85 body checking. Then someone who does hit more, like a Vinny Trocheck, you go up to him, and he has 87 body checking. So the range is like 5 ticks of the attributes. It just needs to be a wider spectrum, I find, for players who, for the body checking and for the shot blocking especially. Trocheck, one of the better centermen in the league with the 90 faceoffs. There you go. And he has the quick draw zone ability, X Factor, superstar ability. Alexis Lafreniere, 86 medium elite. Kreider, 85. Schneider, Miller, Soucy, working with that new extension. Kaliev, Carrick, Dahan, Jones. Matthew Rempe, 77 overall for the 6'7" grinder. There are his attributes if you're curious. Just to take a little peek at that. And goaltending, Shesterkin, 92, backed up by Quick at an 83. And in my custom roster, I have his new extension that he just signed also added there. So that's it for the Rangers. Ottawa Senators, Brady Tkachuk, 89. That's what I'm talking about, that jump to 90. It's not many players can jump over that little 89 overall hump. So Tkachuk and Stützle both at 89 overall there in Ottawa. Batherson at 87. So is Jake Sanderson at an 87, while Shabbat has dropped to an 86 in recent rosters / NHL games. So 86 for Thomas Chabot, 86 for Claude Giroux as well. Dylan Cousins, new acquisition from the Sabres, at an 84 with medium top 6 potential. Zetterlund also 84, picked up from San Jose. I believe it's more the physical attribute. Yeah, 4-star physical, 4-star skating, but he's a well-rounded player. Artem Zub 84, Perron 84, Pinto 83. Pinto should be higher. Greg should be higher as well at an 81 there. And down the list for the Ottawa Senators. Goaltending, Linus Ullmark at an 88, backed up by Anton Forsberg at an 81. So not much to say about Ottawa. I think these are pretty fair overalls. Philadelphia Flyers, Travis Konechny, 89 overall for him. Matvei Michkov, now get ready for this, 87, which is a fine overall, but to me the attributes make no sense. You're going to tell me that Matvei Michkov has 81 slap shot accuracy, but Jake Bean and Adam Boqvist, the almighty offensive defensemen, have higher slap shot accuracy? Even his wrist shot at 84. So only 3.5-star shooting for Michkov, which I find is very odd. Yeah, he's a playmaker. Yeah, he has 90 passing. But again, it's the 93 offensive awareness which is keeping him up there. Bring down the offensive awareness, and the holes in his attributes, in the physical and in the defense and all that, start to come through. Even Michkov, you're going to tell me 85 defensive awareness from him? Tortorella would love to see 85 defensive awareness, but I doubt that. Sanheim 87, Tippett 85, Couturier 85 too, York 84, Drysdale 82. I can see a bit higher for Drysdale. Brink, Zamula 82, Risto only 81, Kate's only 81 as well. Paling, Emil Andre's been doing well this year. Pedetsia 77, and of course Ryan Ellis, who could be dropped. For goaltending, Samuel Ersson 83, Fedotov 80, and Kolosov at a 78. So there's Philadelphia. After them come the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby, 94 overall, still with the high franchise, of course. Well, it doesn't matter that it's high, but still with the franchise potential. Malkin, 89. Erik Karlsson, 88. Okay. Could probably drop him a little bit more. This is where I'm okay with the 88 because of, he just won the Norris Trophy a couple years ago. I don't think he should drop that much that quickly, but it's definitely downtrending. Chris Letang, if he was still an 87 or 88, I'd say that makes a bit more sense, but he's down to an 86. Rickard Rakell finally getting some respect. He was an 84 for the longest time. He's now up to an 85. Woo, all it took was like a career year. And meanwhile, but then Brian Rust is still an 85 as well, and him as well stuck for years with a top 9 potential. Rust and Lehkonen and even Danault always stuck with top 9 potential for some unknown reason. Top line minutes, almost point per game when healthy over the last 3 seasons, but he'll be 85 with top 9 potential. So Raquel, Rust, both up to 86 in my custom roster. Grizzlick 84, Hayes, Novak new acquisition, Heinen. P.O. Joseph, see, he's an 82, and he has 87 shot blocking and 87 stick checking. He doesn't do any of that. It's just a wheel that they spin for the defensive attributes. They just do whatever they want for those. And even medium top 4 deep potential, come on now. Graves, Tomasino, Timmins, Bemstrom, Achari, blah, blah, blah. And goaltending, Blomqvist and Nedeljkovic, both 81 overall. I believe this is the lowest tandem in the league. We saw Columbus 82-79, but at least that was an 82 starter. 81-81 between Blomqvist and Nedeljkovic. I find that's a bit harsh. I know it hasn't been good at all in Pittsburgh, but 81-81, that's not just like 2 backups. That's like 2 almost fringe NHLers. And of course, there's Tristan Jarry also in the system. I believe he's an 81 in the AHL with Wilkes-Barre Scranton. So there you go for the Penguins. San Jose Sharks, Macklin Celebrini. Love this update for Macklin Celebrini, up to an 87 overall. You might be saying it's a little bit quick to jump him that high, but he's been very good. It's not just been the rookie numbers and the offense. He's been doing some really good things that the metrics reflect, and I'm glad to see that they have given him the respect of an 87 overall here in this newest roster update. So Celebrini 87 with a high elite potential. Toffoli 86, Eklund 86, Couture still there. Ferraro didn't end up being traded. He's still here in San Jose. Ruda, Will Smith 82 medium elite. Wenberg, Liljegren, Vlasic, Goodrow, Kovalenko, Mukmadun, 77 with medium top 4 deep potential. I think he could be a little bit higher as well. And goaltending, it's Georgiev at an 80, backed up by Romanov at a 76, because for some reason Askarov is with the Barracuda. Has he been sent down? Is that why most recently? I'm not sure. But Askarov, of course, is in the system, and he's an 81 overall. So Askarov at an 81 in a franchise mode would be the starter, and Georgiev the 80 would be the backup. keep that in mind. Seattle Kraken, Montour 88, Dunn 88, McCann 87. He's been stuck there a long time, but McCann's been doing good, consistent work with the Kraken. Stevenson 86, Everly 85, Matty Beniers 84, medium elite. Tolvanen 84, low elite. We love some elite Tolvanen here on the channel. Data 782 Hall of Famer. Kako 83 still has low elite potential now with the Kraken. Okay. Burakovsky, Shane Wright 82, medium elite. Very nice. Cartier, Stevens, Hayden. And for the goaltending, it is a very high 87 overall for Joey Decord, backed up by Stetska, 75. And down with the Firebirds, it is Philip Grubauer, yes, who's an 80 overall when I checked. So really it's 87-80 when you think about the two goalies for the Kraken. St. Louis Blues, Rob Thomas, 89, Kyrou, 88, Parayko, 86. Parayko, one of the leaders in the league in blocked shots, still 89. What's it going to take to get someone to 90 shot blocking? Again, just wait. There's someone coming up who has, the almighty 90-plus shot blocking, even though Parayko is one of the league leaders. Rasmus Anderson, Mackenzie Weegar, Ian Cole, all these guys under 90 shot blocking. Bushnevich 86, Holloway 85, big year there in St. Louis. Falk 85, Shen, Fowler, Krug, Broberg all 84. Broberg, of course, coming from Edmonton. Leddy, Neighbors, Faxa, Suter still at an 80 overall. Ryan Suter, nice. Boldzuk 79, medium top 6. He's been having a solid rookie season under the radar with such an impressive rookie class this year. And goaltenders, Binnington at an 84, backed up by Hofer at an 82. All right, on now to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kucherov, 96 overall. Whew. I don't know how he's elite, not franchise for the potential, but okay. Point 93, Hedman 93, Gensel 90. He got to the very hard to achieve 90 overall. Hagel 89, what a jump for him as of late in the last game or two. Chiarelli 87, Paul 85, nice to see. Bjorkstrand 85, same for Chernak, McDonough, 84 for Darren Radish. Put some respect on his name, I like that. JJ Moser, same thing. Perbix 82, Yanni Gourde 82, bit of a drop over the last couple of rosters because of his injury, I suppose. Atkinson 80, makes sense, he was put on waivers and all. Chaffee, Glendening, Zemgus Girgensons in the high 70s, excuse me. Vasilevsky 93, backed up by Jonas Johansson at an 80. All right, now on to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Get ready for this one. So Matthews 95, Marner 93, Nylander 91. That's fine by me. What's his faceoff stat? 70 faceoffs, right wing center. When's the last time Nylander played center for more than like 2 shifts? Am I wrong in saying that? Tavares 88, yep. Riley 88, I find that that's very high for Morgan Riley. That Harley and Faber and Spurgeon, all these guys are 87s, but Morgan Riley gets an 88, and he gets the 90 shot blocking? I didn't even remember that. Oh my goodness. But get ready for this one. Let me scroll down fast. Give me a quick moment. Chris Tanev, now rightfully so, one of the league leaders in shot blocking every year. You're going to give him not only 90, but 94 shot blocking? He gets 94, and people who are like 20 shots below him, or even 20 above him in blocked shots, they get 89, 88, and all that. But he gets 94 for some unknown reason. Okay, no problem. Brandon Carlo, 86 overall. He gets the 90 shot blocking. I think that makes sense. I'm not sure if he had it before. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's a little Toronto boost. I don't know. Jake McCabe, 85. Don't you dare tell me. Okay, 88 shot blocking. I'm turning it into a big shot blocking review. Matthew Nyes, 85. Ekman Larson, 84. Lawton, 83 with the bottom 6 potential. Domi, 82. Yarn Robertson, 81. Medium top 6 potential still. Pacioretty, 81. McMahon, 81. Holmberg, Lawrence, Benoit, 79. Ryan Reeves, 75. Goaltending, Stolars and Wall, both 84 overall. There for the Maple Leafs. Okay. Moving on to the Utah Hockey Club. Clayton Keller, 89 overall. Can't just get to that 90. Sergachev, 88. Dylan Gunther, 88 with his new extension coming in too. Logan Cooley, 87. Medium elite, all for those top 4 guys. Schmaltz, 86. Same for Sean Dursey. Like to see that. Kesselring got a big update now. Michael Kesselring, 85 overall for him. That's a huge jump. One of the most surprising jumps in overall over the course of this NHL 25 game. 85 for him. Well done. Is it a bit high? Maybe. I think it's a bit too quick to put him up that much. But nice to see that at least they're recognizing his game. Marino 84, Michelli 83, Bukestad 83, save for Kerfoot, Hayton, Krause, McBain, both 82. Now Ian Cole blocks as many, if not more, shots than Chris Tanev, and he gets the 87 shot blocking. Crazy. Is he not second in the league right now? Come on. Bortuzzo, Mata, Carcone, Stenlin, Maverick, Lamoureux, Doan, O'Brien. And goaltending, it's Vejmelka at an 84, backed up by Ingram at an 81. Okay, Vancouver Canucks, we're almost done now. Quinn Hughes, 96 overall medium franchise. Elias Pettersson has dropped for good reason, down to an 88 now. Besser, 87. Hronik, 86. Garland and DeBrusk, both 85. Marcus Pettersson with his new extension, new Canuck, 84 overall. Myers also an 84. Hedel, 84. Welcome aboard. Kiefer Sherwood, nice respect on his name. What a season he's having, and nice to see that the physical attributes reflect that too. Kiefer Sherwood is a machine out there. He's an 83 overall. Nice. Pius Suter, Niels Hoaglander, Dakota Joshua should probably be higher. O'Connor, Beluger, Forboard. The other Elias Pettersson at 79 already. Really, he was just drafted in 2022. Yeah, it makes sense by now. Third round pick. It's a nice respect on his name. Jonathan Lekarmaki, 78. Okay. Mancini, Juleson, goaltending. Thatcher Demko, 90 overall. Really, Thatcher Demko, 90 overall, backed up by Lankin, 84, and Shilov's there at an 80. Okay, there's Vancouver. Vegas now, 94 overall, Jack Eichel, 91 Mark Stone, 89 Alex Pietrangelo, 89 Shea Theodore. Whew! Barbashev at an 88. What a great couple seasons from him. Not just this year, but last year too. Hannafin, 87. Hurdle, 86. Okay. Smith, William Karlsson, 84. They have solid season, get him up to an 84. McNabb, 83. See, McNabb blocks a lot of shots as well, and he gets 93 shot blocking. So they just pick and choose who gets to be respected out of the top 10 shot blockers in the league, I suppose. Roy, Haig, White Cloud, Olofsson, Howden, Brandon Saad, of course, picked up. Yeah, in that 1 year, 1.5. At an 80 overall for him. And goaltending, Aiden Hill, 84, Samsonov, 82, and of course, Robin Leonard still there, same as Carey Price. All right, now Washington Capitals, 91 overall, Alexander Ovechkin at 39 years of age. Love to see that. John Carlson, what a season from him. 89 overall, he's not done yet. Strome, 88, love it. He's such a great fit in Washington. I said it the day he signed. I'm glad. One of my better takes. I got to give myself a little pat on the back. Chikrin, 87. For Hervery, you might think, really, he's an 86 overall? Yeah. 5-star defense, 4.5-star physical. And look how many shots that he blocks, how many hits he throws in a season. You'll say, you know what? I didn't notice that. If you're not watching the Capitals very often, this is a player who definitely would fly under your radar. Making 2.675 for 2 more years. Wow. Tom Wilson, 86, good year from him. Protas, what a season from him. I've said that so many times, but that's what's going to happen in a roster overview type of video. 86 overall, high top 9 potential for Protas, who has been on fire. Just, what else to say but that? On fire. Connor McMichael, too, more in the first half of the season, but just throughout. Overall, strong season. 85. Sandin, 84. Dubois, 84. Roy, 84. Manchapane, TVR, Radish, Eller, all 82. Beauvillier, 81, acquired at the deadline from Pittsburgh. Oshie still out here at an 80. He's not a 70. He could still come back. 80 overall for TJ Oshie. Ethan Frank's been getting some NHL minutes. He has a 73 overall with AHL top 6 potential. And Nicholas Backstrom still here too, his contract. For goaltending, it's Logan Thompson at an 87. Yup, backed up by Charlie Lindgren at an 83. Now, finally, the Winnipeg Jets, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best teams in the league right now, if not still the league leader when you're watching this video. Kyle Connor, 93 overall. Morrissey, 91. Scheifele, 91. Ehlers with an 88. Same for Neil Pionk, another one who might surprise you a little bit, but no, Neil Pionk has been having a fantastic season. Gabe Vilardi, 87. Love his fit in Winnipeg as well. Lowry, 85. Perfetti, 85. Nino Niederreiter, 84. DeMello, Nemesnikov, Tanev, Miller, Iafallo. Luke Shen, new acquisition for them. Yeah, there's Luke Shen. Sandberg, Appleton, Barron, Logan Stanley, Hinola, and goaltending, Connor Hellebuck should be like a 94. Yeah, 94 overall for Connor Hellebuck, backed up by 81 overall, Eric Comrie. Whew, there are all 32 NHL teams, ladies and gentlemen, for the March 10th trade deadline roster update from EA. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit different, what I did in my custom roster were all the tweaks that I mentioned as I went through these overalls. I won't go through and show you each and every one as I spoke through them, but for example, in my custom roster, I have not only those changes to overalls and potentials, but also some created players, some of the most important created players who wouldn't be there in the EA files. Guys like Nikishin in Carolina, Siliev in New Jersey, Demidov in Montreal, Letourneau in Boston, I don't know, Perrault in New York with the Rangers, James Haggins in the draft class, Jimmy Snuggerud in St. Louis. All these guys are added. So some of the biggest ones that I find are the most important prospects. Of course, some rosters are incredibly comprehensive with hundreds of created players, but I prefer to just do the biggest ones because as the EA generated draft classes come, it'll just oversaturate the league, in my opinion, of playstyle. So I just put some of those biggest names. So in my roster, Data Franchise V3, you'll find it on PlayStation 5. Those created players are there, as well as the changes that I just mentioned. So some of those bigger ones, like let's go to the Edmonton Oilers, I bring Jake Wellman down to that 85 overall. I find that's a bit more respectable. A lot of the time, I'll also make changes for players that might not reflect an overall. Like Nugent Hopkins, I might bump him in some attributes, but it wasn't enough to get him to an 87. So just because there's still a certain overall, one, it doesn't mean that I necessarily did anything to that player, and two, it also doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with what EA is saying. If there's a crazy overall for a crazy attribute, how does this player have this much passing? His passes are great, blah, 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 I watch him every day. I'm not saying that I agree with every attribute that I put out in this roster. I'm taking EA's roster, I'm fixing the most egregious errors in my opinion, and then I'm putting it out to you to continue editing as you like. So I won't say that this is a perfect roster. I'm sure there's still many players with attributes that don't make sense because we saw some of those biggest ones already. But I do think I caught some of the crazier ones. Like Calgary, let's say. Kadri up to an 87 in my roster. Mackenzie Weegar, he's still an 87, but I boosted his shooting accuracies from 80 to 82, and I boosted his shot blocking from whatever it was, 88, whatever, to 92, since he's one of the league leaders. Stuff like that. So I won't walk you through every single change that I made. Maybe just Colorado, if you see over here, Drouin top 6 potential, Lehkonen top 6 potential, and Chuskin up to an 87 overall. Stuff like that. So I'll leave it there. Feel free to peruse as you like if you download my roster, want to give it a look, or even tweak other things. There are 2 different rosters you can download, if I just go ahead and show you these, from roster sharing. If you go to roster sharing and type in the download community files, in the bottom you'll see, press square to type, search file. If you go ahead and type in data, you'll see that a few different files come up, and of course the most recent ones being in March of 2025, Data Cap Compliant 2 and Data Franchise V3. So Data Cap Compliant 2 is just the March 10th EA roster, with the rosters being cap compliant so that when you go into franchise mode, you won't have Mikko Rantanen's 8x12 become an 8x10, and the team's having to try and fit under the cap because Heiskanen and Sagan are on LTIR, and in Colorado, Landeskog is on LTIR. The game doesn't know how to rationalize it, so that brings the value of all the contracts on the team down by 1 million or 1.5. It makes it really odd in my opinion and takes away from the realism of it all. So Data Cap Compliant 2 is just the EA roster with cap compliance. Data Franchise V3 is the roster in cap compliance, my various potential and overall updates, and those top prospects added as you previously saw. So if you want more information on just the cap compliance, feel free to check out the video in the end card in the top right corner, wherever I might put it, and that was just a video on how to make your roster cap compliant. But Franchise V3 has everything that I just showed you. Franchise V2 is a very successful roster, one of the top, I think, 15 or 20 rosters on all of NHL 25, over 1,000 downloads. If only EA would pay me for those, that would be great. But I'm putting it out there in the community for all of you, so I'm glad that it's been helpful. Over 1,000 downloads on V2. Let's see what we can do for V3. So use it, let me know how you like it, tweak it how you want. It is for you to use, and I hope that you'll find use of it, because that's what I'm spending all this time for, to try and make sense and make use of whatever EA gives us. We twist it and we bend it into something else, and we try and get something usable out of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope that this was helpful for you. Leave any of your thoughts on the trade deadline roster update. What was your craziest overall in here? For me, I gotta say it's Jake Wallman, but let me know what was your craziest overall, overrated and underrated, of the trade deadline update from EA. What are your thoughts on mine? Feel free to critique. I'm always trying to fix things as we go on, and that's about it. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already for ongoing NHL 25 guides, franchise modes, career sims. Join us on the team. We'd love to have you become a part of the channel. Discord server linked in the description. Over 700 members as we close in on 9,000 subscribers, getting closer. So much love to you all, and looking forward to talking once again in the next one.